which I'm now going to be known as the Cockney Gooner. Right, so Arsenal entertain Manchester City on Sunday afternoon, 4:30 kickoff, and in what's going to be a very tasty game, innit? It's going to be a very, very tasty game, going off the back of the game at the Etihad when we had a Trossard sent off by that fucking dog Michael Oliver, and we had all the second half where we had to defend for our lives and we was moaned at for being anti-football, but we kept Haaland and Man City out for right up until when was it? Like injury time, equaliser they finally got because we did get 2 goals back in that first half after going 1-0 down by 1-0 down to City, and Ireland scoring that goal, and then at the end of the game having ructions with who's becoming his enemy at Arsenal, Gabriel Magalhaes, our proper number 6, our proper centre half. He weren't taking none of his bullshit, was he? He weren't standing for none of his bullshit, and now they're becoming enemies in football terms. Enemies, maybe rivals, whatever you want to call them. But it's going to be really tasty, man. And I think Gabriel's going to be well up for it. Ireland, since he told Mikel Arteta to be humble at the Etihad that day, he's not been the same player for some reason. The football gods have sort of cursed him to a certain extent. But this is what I'm thinking about when I mention the football gods as well. Is it going to be like a reversed at the Emirates Stadium? Is he going to break? I know he scored a couple of goals in between these 2 games, but he hasn't really scored as many. He definitely hasn't been as prolific. And is the football gods going to shine back on Man City against Arsenal at the Emirates? And Ireland could come there, break his hoodoo and maybe bag an hat-trick or something. It could do. Things could change. It could break the curse that Ireland's had at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday. Hopefully not, man. I think we desperately need to win this game, regardless of whether Liverpool managed to beat an informed Bournemouth or not. We need to win this game. It is a must win game for Arsenal. Absolutely, we must win it. If Liverpool win, or even if they lose, we still, because we can gain ground on Liverpool if they lose, but we can't afford to slip further behind. I think we're currently around about 6 points in front of Man City as well. So if we beat Man City, it takes us 9 points in front of them. And they will definitely be out of a title race then, Man City, wouldn't they? Even though they have come back into form in recent weeks, they will definitely be out of it then, in my opinion, no matter how many games they win, because this would spur Arsenal on as well. This victory would fill Arsenal back up with the confidence that we need. We've been lacking confidence in certain games this season. We know we need to buy a striker before Monday's deadline. But is that going to happen? I ain't so sure. I don't think so. There's been sort of some mad links with Ollie Watkins and Benjamin Sesko still, and he has Gyökeres and Osherman. There's been some nutty links with some players. But realistically, I don't think we're going to buy a player. I think it might have been this bid for Watkins the other day might be a bit of a smoke screen, just to let the fans know that we've tried, just as if to say to the fans, no, we tried to sign someone, but we couldn't get it over the line. It was too difficult, blah, all that crap. Hello to Sir Rav in the chat. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, Sir Rav. Hello to you. What do you think about this game coming up on Sunday? Isn't it going to be an exciting game? Arsenal, Man City. Oh, man, it's a bit tasty, isn't it? It's a bit... I mean, am I nervous about it? That's the question. I am very nervous about it. I don't want to be the whipping boys. You know, when a team falls off their form and all of a sudden they play a game and they take out all their frustrations and they get all their revenge on by a certain team. Is Arsenal going to be the team that Man City can do that to? Because... Gion, hi, how you doing? Hopefully not, but that does happen when a team goes with a big, strong, world-class team like Man City they are. When it happens to to loads of teams in the in every league in Europe. You know, they go on a little bit of a poor run of form, and then someone, when they finally get their form back, someone, whoever that's against, takes the brunt of it and loses 4 or 5-0. It happens a lot if you look back in history. It happens a lot. Which part of England are you from? If you don't, I'm from London, bro. There's of course I don't mind you asking. I'm from London, East London. Hence, that's why my handle's the Cockney Gooner. People ask me why do you support? If you're from East London, you're a Cockney. How come you supporting Arsenal? But you know, because they're a North London team. But I'm the Cockney Gooner. Yeah, so I'm from East London, from Bethnal Green. I support Arsenal. Well, it's not that far away. In fact, the next best team in East London really would be West Ham, and West Ham. I mean, the Emirates Stadium's closer than the London Stadium, and it was closer than Upton Park as well. So, you know, as a crow flies, I was supporting my closest team anyway. London is my favourite city, Gian. Is it? Yeah, you've been there 3 times. Where are you from, bro? Where are you from? Yeah, London's a good city, man. Some say it's the best city in the world, don't they? I mean, you got to live here to really know the city that well. Oh, you're from Korea, okay? All right. I'll watch Squid Game if that's the part of Korea you're from, where that's made. I don't know if it's north or south. I don't know a lot about Korea, but I like that Squid Game that come out of Korea though. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. Both seasons were good. Same. Some of my friends live in central London. Yeah, central London's the capital. You know, where all the nightlife and all that is, I suppose. David Brent, Cockney accent, keeping me bricks AF. David Brent. What a name you got there, David Brent. That was brilliant. The Office. I want to know what people think about this game on Sunday, Arsenal. I want some score predictions. I want to know what you think about the rivalry between Gabriel and Haaland. They had some murders, didn't they, towards the end of that game at the Etihad. When they got their equaliser in injury time, when they got that equaliser in injury time, Ireland picked the ball out the back of the net and pinged it at the back of Gabriel's head. There was all sort of pushing and shoving, weren't there? It was really good, man, to see that. I love to see that in football though. A bit of needle, you know what I mean? A bit of buttocks about it. True, kind of hard to get. Laugh out loud. How you doing, the Fearless Blade? Hi yourself. Don't forget, guys in the chat, man, stick a like on the video for me, the thumbs up thing there. And if you ain't subscribed, subscribe. I'm on my way to 900 subscribers. I'm getting there slowly but surely, man. I think I'm on, what am I on? About 822. 820, yeah, let's get some more subscribers in there. If you watch this on the replay as well, you love Arsenal like I do, check my channel out, check the content out, man. It's all Arsenal. Arsenal, and we love it. I love Arsenal, man, and I'm really, really nervous about this game. I'm sort of, you know what? I'm sort of nervous and I'm looking forward to it at the same time. Oh, thank you, Gian. Appreciate that. Are you an Arsenal fan? Do you like the English Premier League? Hopefully you do, and hopefully you are an Arsenal fan. Welcome to the family if you are, bro. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm a bit nervous and excited at the same sort of time. You know, I am you're a gooner, yeah, the Fearless Blade. Big yourself up, bro. Let's. What do you think is going to happen on Sunday? I love Son. So he plays for Spurs, John. He plays for Spurs, but he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He could have done us a favour last season, though. He nearly scored against Man City, and he fluffed his lines, didn't he? If he'd have scored that goal against Man City, could have helped us in the title race a bit better. You know, we could have won a title. Arteta reveals big injury that ahead. Oh, God, I'll have to read that after the stream then. Apparently, something just flashed up on my phone. There's a double injury scare for Arsenal. That's all we fucking need, innit? That's all. We don't need no more injuries going into this massive, massive game. Liverpool have got Bournemouth. that's going to be tough for Liverpool as well. I mean, they're going to be an easy just pushovers. Bournemouth have recently beat like Newcastle 4-1, didn't they? They've had some good results lately, Bournemouth, and they're playing really well. They're Patrick Kluivert's son, Justin Kluivert. Remember, he was a Dutch legend. Patrick Kluivert playing for Barcelona, the Dutch national team. He was in the team in '96 that England beat, weren't he, Patrick Kluivert? When I think we beat them 4-0 or something, or it might have been 4-1. I think Patrick scored their goal, if I remember rightly. But they had a team of players: Cruyff, Bergkamp. I think Overmars was in that team as well. They had some great players in that team, and England beat them. But Patrick Kluivert, who is the father of Justin Kluivert, who plays for Bournemouth. And he's been scoring a lot of goals recently and all. He's started to bang them in for Bournemouth. And yeah, good luck to him, man. Just hopefully that he doesn't do it against us, the Arsenal. They've already beaten us this season as well, Bournemouth. We had Saliba sent off in that game and they've already beaten us. But anyway, apart from that, this is a tough game for Liverpool. So there is a chance that Liverpool could drop points, which means it even more imperative that Arsenal do beat Man City. I don't want to draw. We're at the Emirates. We've got to beat them. I don't want to see us playing all nervous and all tight and compact. I want to see us going for this game. I want to see us winning this game against Man City. I don't want to... Hopefully he's not too cautious and apprehensive. Man City can be got at. They've lost a lot of games themselves this season. They can be got at. Even Spurs could beat them. If Spurs can beat Man City 4-0... I mean, why can't we? We're a much better team than Spurs are, especially at the moment, this moment in time. We're 10 times the team Spurs are, and they really hate that, don't they? It really gets up their nose, Spurs fans. But yeah, we are though. It's a fact. It's a fact. Look at the league positions. We're in second. Where are they? 15th, something like that. We should. If Spurs can do them, we can definitely 100%. And you know. Haaland's not firing all cylinders, but I'm worried about him finding his form. It'd just be our luck for him to find his form against us, won't it? But anyway, I'm going to go through my team selection. That was it. I've lost my train of thought again there. I'm going to go through my team selection. The team I would pick for this game, that me personally, not what I think Arteta's going to do, but what I want to do. Right, I've done it on the live show last night with Anthony on the Final Score podcast, but I'm just going to say it again now on my own. I might have, because it was a joint thing. It might differ slightly, and if it does, then don't blow me up. You know what I mean? Don't say, "Oh, you said this last night." But no, that was an agreement between me and Anthony. This is how I will go about it. I will go with the same formation that we picked last night. I'm sick of this 4-3-3 that Arteta tends to play. This is Man City we're playing against, and also we have to be careful. We have to be I don't mean cautious. I mean careful. We have to be solid, and we have to be attacking at the same time. So the best formation for that is the 4-2-3-1. Now I don't really too much agree with the way he sets up that midfield with the three of them, with the 6 and the 8 and the 10. Like, Odegaard's not in great form at the moment, but this is how I would do it. I would do a 4-2-3-1, the 2 being a double pivot, and then you got the 10 and the wingers and the striker. So let's go through it from the goalkeeper. I'll go for David Raya in goal. Obviously, he picks himself. Neto would be nowhere near my team after that performance against Genoa. If you saw what happened there, he nearly cost us the game. He fluffed his lines right early on with a pass back. Nearly got caught out, closed down. And then their goal, where they scored first, he was well out of his 18-yard box. He was well out of the penalty area. And he got, they scored their goal. But not only did they score their goal, he tried to save it outside the box. Now, if he touches that ball, he gets sent off. We're down to 10 men. We would have been fucked. So Neto, I don't want to see him anywhere near this team ever again. So David Raya in goal. Hopefully he's fit, but this is assuming that all players for Arsenal are fit as well. So David Raya in goal. Right backs Jury and Timber. The centre halves will be William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. The left back, Miles Lewis-Skelly. He's got to get in there. He got his red card overturned from that he got from Michael Oliver, the cheating git. The worst referee. He's supposed to be the most important referee in the Premier League. He's the worst. He hates Arsenal. I believe he's got a vendetta against us. Anyway, I know people say to me, stop crying and stop moaning, blah, blah. He's got overturned. But now, the FA, you know, they've got a knickers in a twist, and then they're charging Arsenal with failing to control their players due to the red card, you know, when they surrounded him, when they surrounded the referee. Now we're being charged with failing to control their players, even though the card got overturned because it was wrongly given. You know, they're just clutching at straws. You know, they want a bit of revenge. They make me feel fucking sick, to be honest. But anyway, Miles Lewis-Skelly, brilliant form, young player, 18 years old, solid midfielder, really. But he's slotted into that left-back position comfortably, and he's playing really well there. Calafiori, I know he had a decent game against Genoa as well, but keep him on the bench because he can come on as a centre-half as well. But he stays on the bench. So that's the back four and the keeper. The double pivot in midfield. Obvious for most Arsenal fans and people probably going to watch this video. It's going to be Declan Rice and Thomas Partey. Double pivot. One sits, one goes with, you know, that's how I like to play that. Like Patrick Vieira and Emmanuel Petit or Gilberto Silva, you know, back in the day. That's what I'd like to see. The double pivot there. Rice and Partey. Right, the three across the midfield, the attacking midfield. On the right-hand side, I want to see... I think, listen to this. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Martinelli on the right this time. I think Martinelli on the... No, sorry, no, scratch that. Not Martinelli on the right, because I want him over on the... No, I don't want him on. Where did I want to play him? No, not scratch that. So not Martinelli on the right. I want Wanyeri over on the right-hand side. Either Wanyeri scored the goal against Genoa as well. Brilliant young player, 17. But a brilliant young player. I'm having Wanyeri over on the right-hand side in the 10 spot. In that 10 spot, who are we going to have in that 10 spot? Let's have a little think for a minute. We're going to have Leandro Trossard in the 10 spot. We're going to have Leandro Trossard in the 10 spot. We're going to have the phone keeps ringing. We're going to have Leandro Trossard in the 10 spot behind the striker. And then we're going to have over on the left-hand side, we're going to go with... Raheem Sterling done all right, running around a little bit like an headless chicken against Genoa, but I think I'm going to have him over on the left wing, and up front through the middle we're going to try with Martinelli. Havertz ain't the man for me. You know, he's doing my nutting at the minute, Havertz, so I'm going to drop him to the bench, and I'm going to have Martinelli up front on his own through the middle. Odegaard's on the bench as well. That's why Trossard's playing in the 10. Let me know what you think about that on the replay. Let me know in the comments now what you think about that, because I'm going without a team like that. We need to make changes. We need to make a difference. We need a different approach to this game, and then we can bring on Havertz later on in the game or Odegaard later on in the game. And I'm hoping for a 2-0 victory to Arsenal. That's who I think is going to win. That's what I think the score is going to be. Explicit LXN. I'm going for that. I'm going for a 2-0 Arsenal. Well, they might. All right, let's say 2-1. I'm going to actually predict 2-1 victory for Arsenal. Put your predictions in the comment section. What do you think, Gion, Explicit LXN, the Fear Displayed? If you're all still there, put your score predictions in the chat. Let me know what you're going to. What do you think? What do you think yourself, Explicit? What do you think the score is going to be? Please, we need it to be a win for Arsenal. We can't afford to slip up. Or would you call it a slip up against Man City? Because they have been the best team in Europe, basically. for the last 2 years, 3 years. They've won 4 Premier League titles on a row. You know, they're just a different gravy, aren't they? The manager's unbelievable. I know you fancy a 3-1 victory for Arsenal. Well, you're confident, mate. You're confident. But yeah, well, hopefully it's more. Let's just go and do them. Let's go and do them fucking 5-0. That would be fucking marvellous, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely fantastic. But maybe it won't happen. Maybe it will. We'll wait and see. But anyway, listen, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, stick a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I've got to shoot off now because my phone keeps ringing. It must be some sort of an emergency. But bless everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for your time, and I'll speak to you soon.